Hello and welcome to another episode of Swim Sets by the Pool. We are live in Oceanside, California, filming this together. Me and Greg, both on the West Coast. The sun is shining. This is January weather, guys. It's probably like 65 degrees right now. Greg, how are you doing, man?
I'm living the dream. It's 25 degrees in New York where I live, and I'm sitting outside in a short sleeve shirt at 9 in the morning. So yeah, life is pretty good, I would say.
Yeah, we can't complain. Even if we did, no one would listen. So yeah, what quick tip do you have, Greg? And just for those of you, if you're new, Greg is the fastest swimmer in triathlon, and I don't know what I am. I'm still trying to figure that out, but some say
You'll get there one day.
Some say
You're
I'm
still
pretty
young.
fast.
You're
Yeah,
still
yeah.
young. Yeah, well, it's kind of based on the set. There's something at the bottom of the set. It says "Suit up tomorrow to welcome in the new year." So this coach is saying, "Hey, we're all going to go fast tomorrow. We're going to wear a suit." So my quick tip is, if you're a triathlete or something, sign up for a swim meet.
Ooh,
And
wow.
challenge yourself a little bit, and maybe you can do something unofficial with your friends, like, hey, we're gonna put on our swim skin and we're gonna go for our best 100 free time or our best 200 free time. You'll probably get a best time because you probably don't do it that much. And the race atmosphere, especially in swimming, where it's so about like ferocity, and you just feel lifted and energized when you're at like a swim meet or something like that. And you'll probably get a best time. It'll boost your confidence. You'll have fun. You'll get out of your comfort zone. So yeah, maybe to kick off the year in March, maybe you're racing in April or late March, typically on the Northern Hemisphere. Try to find a little masters meet and sign up and maybe do a 50 fly, maybe do a 50 back too. And yeah, that's kind of my quick tip. And you might have a lot of fun, and maybe you'll just quit triathlon and become a swimmer because it's the better sport, right?
I doubt people will do that. But yeah, I mean, if you guys don't follow Greg on social media, he posts a bunch of cool stuff. A while ago, he posted a study with like thousands of triathletes where they correlated their 100 free time to their Ironman swim. So like literally just 1 minute of swimming to an hour of swimming. There's a direct correlation. It's like something like 90% of like people who can swim a fast 100 will also swim a fast Ironman time. So it's winter time. If you guys aren't working on getting a faster 100 free, you're just not doing it, You're
Yeah.
not doing the best for your Ironman swim.
Yep, and now it's time. And I think we'll talk a bit more about that as we go through this set. So this set is a long course meter set. I took it from Twitter from Bob Bowman, tweeted out. So Bob Bowman coached Michael Phelps through his heyday. He coached Leon Marchand up until this last year. And now he's the head coach at Texas Swim and Dive, which is, one of the best programs in the country. Bob's probably the best swim coach of all time. And I look through it and I don't see anything longer than a 150, which also makes me happy. And you might say, hey, they're swimmers. They swim short. All these guys would smack all triathletes in a 2-hour straight swim as well.
100%.
So yes, they swim. Some of these guys swim 50, some of them swim miles, but in the end, they're all very good. Even the sprinters would crush triathletes in a 30-minute swim. So, I guess we'll kind of get into it. So the first thing is 650s, 2 free. It has 2 free, 6-beat kick, 2 back, 6 dolphin kicks underwater, 2 fly, 3 right, 3 left. So that's kind of it just kind of jumps right into it. A lot of college coaches don't like you swimming too much straight butterfly unless it's perfect technique. Mm-hmm. So you can see he's not even saying 3 right, 3 left, 3 together. They're not swimming butterfly quite yet. They're not ready for that.
Yeah.
6 100s. These are all kick, 2 side flutter kick, 2 back flutter kick, and 2 dolphin kick. So that's 300 swim and then 600 kick to start the day.
Yeah. And kick is super important, even for triathlon, you guys. I know a lot of people have this mindset in tries where you got to save the legs for the bike and the run, but those legs keep your body up. And when your body's higher in the water, you're producing less drag and you're just swimming so much more efficiently. So a little kick can go a long way, some would say.
Yeah, I think so too. And you don't have to blast your legs in races, but to be able to use your legs a little bit, maybe to get out or to finish, that's good. It's kind of a tool in your tool belt.
Mm-hmm.
I've kind of made a point to kick a little bit more this year for myself, just because, when you swim fast too, you end up kicking. And
Mm-hmm.
if you're not really training the legs, then maybe you're a little gassed on the bike. But if you just train it a bit more, then you can use it a bit more as well.
Yeah, for sure. So what's next?
All right, we got 6 150s, pull buoy paddles, 2 on 210, 2 on 2 minute, 2 on 150, and easy, medium, hard. So this is the best swim coach in the world. He just says easy, medium, hard. It's not LT1 or LT2.
It's not tempo. It's not threshold.
Yeah,
they're not taking. You think they're taking lactate after those easy ones?
Of course. Yeah. They take it after every rep, and they're in there for 5 hours. Yeah, and into 850s, odds drill evens are 25 fast, 25 easy. So yeah, in total, the whole warm up is 2.2K. That warm up, I think you'd be pretty primed for just about anything.
Yeah, and also if you're a pro triathlete listening to this, I know we have a couple pros who listen to our podcast. If you want to start with just like one round instead of 2 times each thing, and then maybe as you're building your swim more, you're getting closer to like a higher volume, then you add that second round in. And I mean, I know some pros who swim 7K sets. So
yeah. It's kind of the limit of what I'll do, but I'm not really a developing swimmer. I'm just trying to maintain the speed that I built from 10 years ago.
Definitely.
But yeah, I guess so. The main set, it's kind of broken into 4 parts, and each is a different stroke. So it's 650s plus 3 100s, and you do that twice, and that's kind of round 1. So the first round is you descend in pairs. So 2 at 80%, 2 at 90%, 2 at 100%. And that's the fly. And then you do 3 100s recovery. And then you go back into it where all 650s are at 100%.
Wow.
And I don't love to give 100% to someone because I think they can kind of overswim. But for context, these are
the best swimmers.
Yeah, when they say 100%, yes, they're going 100%, but they're going 100% at the effort they know they could hold for 6.
Yeah.
Right? So these guys are so in tune with what they're doing. The coach knows if he says 100%, they're going as fast as they can within reason to sustain their speed consistently over the 6. But yeah, it ends up being 1250s fly and 3 100s kind of recovery. I mean, the focus is the stroke on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a killer set, and that's just one little part of it.
Yeah, and I don't know if we mentioned this, but this is long course meters too. So it's just 150. They're ripping it, no flip turns on those, and just total focus on the stroke. Do you think they're just pushing off the wall for these? No dive-ins?
I wouldn't say any diving.
Yeah.
No diving on this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at the end of it, it says, "Hey, we're suiting up tomorrow to welcome in the new year." This set's from Tuesday, December 31st. So this is almost like a prep set for some speed the next day. I mean, it's not quite a prep set. They're obviously working, but they know they can suit up tomorrow and still go fast even after ripping a bunch of 50s of stroke. There's a reason why these aren't 200s hard fly either.
Yeah.
Like when you take 50s and you do rest, you can recover better, and you can back up work day to day. But it just shows that some of the best college swimmers in the world, and they're going to get after it most days. I mean, 3 100s recovery too is quite a bit of recovery. So there's a lot of easy swimming in there too with the quality.
For sure. So what do you think these college swimmers are doing for a 50 fly fast?
Yeah, that's a good. I mean, definitely sub 30 for a lot of. I mean, faster probably for some. I mean, college swimming and swimming in general has gotten so fast. I can remember doing stuff like this and maybe going like 28s in college, but I'm also getting kind of whooped on. So I mean, some of these guys, they're going fast, and so how this set works is they're doing each of the 650s and 3 100s twice in one of each stroke, essentially. Yeah. So they're getting in a lot of quality. I mean, 8 of them are at 100%, which, like we said before, they're not going to fall off. And if someone goes out too hard and they fall off, they're going to hear about it from their teammates. They're going to be like, "Dude, why did you?" They're going to talk some smack. The coach is going to be like, "Hey, let's get a little bit better on this next round. Let's be more thoughtful in how hard we go on the first one." Because the coach of people like this, they expect you to be able to pace properly. You didn't get to this point in your swim career without, being really, really great at that.
And they're doing these on the 50 too, long course meters. So I was gonna say they're getting a good amount of rest to kind of reset and go again, but 50 is still tight. And it's just the thing that I like about this set, and we've done a few college swim sets from different D1 programs. Like we have a few from some SoCal D1 teams and stuff, but it's just not a lot of fluff. It's just good swimming, you know? And I think we talk about it a lot and we say it over and over, but swimming is so dynamic and it's so much about technique, and you really need to focus on swimming that good technique, and that's how you get good, you know? It's not just like the harder you try, the faster you swim. It's the better your technique, the faster you swim.
Yeah, definitely. And what I like about this thing is there's so much intention behind what Bob is doing when he writes things. I mean, there's a reason why it's 80%, 90%, 100 on the first round, and then all 100 on the second round. It's not just, hey, go fast on both. It's what exactly the intention is, we don't quite know, but there is a reason behind the 80, 90, 100, and then the next round is at 100, because he doesn't want them to go 1250s all hard. He wants them to go 850s all hard, and he wants to build into it, knowing that, yes, they could get through a harder set, but they got to back it up tomorrow, and they're going to put on suits and race on the new year. And that's what the good coaches do. These things are mapped out way in advance, and yeah, they have intention behind everything that they're doing.
Yeah, and I could see this set being totally different if someone else wrote it with just a little bit less focus and intention, where they're just like, just swim the 50s fast, you know? And then it's like, at the end of that set, you're not really swimming them that fast, because if they're all fast, none of them are fast, you know? But because they build up and because there's that little bit extra intention behind it, you actually are getting to higher and higher speeds, which it's just better.
Yeah, and there's going to be differences in pace between 80, 90, and 100, you know? And like I said, if someone's going too hard on the 80 and they don't really go much faster on the 90, like, their teammates are going to be like, yo, dog, they're going to talk shit, right? Like, that's just what happens. Like, you have to hold each other accountable. This is a squad environment. The coach is dialed. Everyone's dialed. And this is how you get super good at swimming. You know, and it ends up being 600 easy swimming in each round too, right? With the 3 100s twice. Yeah. And at the end of it, there's no warm down written, but there's a quote. It says, "Without self-discipline, success is impossible, period." And, you know, I've seen this type of stuff when I was in college. My coach, Dave Durden, is also, you know, he was the head coach of the Olympic team, and Bob, they've been on coaching staffs with each other throughout the years. And it's all about this being intentional, the quotes, all these little things. And that's what creates team culture, and that's what elevates, you know, people together. So it's really cool to see how Bob moves through a workout, because he's one of the best to ever do it. And yeah, there's 3 100s recovery at the end of it. Maybe some of them swim a little bit more. I mean, some of them will know, hey, we're swimming fast tomorrow. I'm going to do 200 more easy just to kind of flush out. And yeah, that's the end of it. And it really is a cool set. And it really does remind me of Dave, my coach, because these guys they probably bounce ideas off each other. And swim coaching in this environment, it's about the work you're doing, but it's also about creating that culture. And like we said, if you swim with other people, you lift each other up, you get more success. You have to have that self-discipline, though, as Bob says.
Exactly. The quote is not, without the perfect set, success is impossible. It's self-discipline. So it's those individual swimmers, like we've talked about Leon Marchand. He goes to 15 meters off every single wall. Like, he probably doesn't want to do that every single time, but he has that self-discipline to do that. And he's been pretty successful, I would say. Lots of gold medals at this last Olympics. So yeah, I mean, this is a great set. Obviously, most people aren't doing 7K. This is like a very elite level set. But we mentioned you could just do one round of each, you know, and build into it. And maybe start with that, just the 80, 90, 100. And then as you get more and more confident and build up your swim endurance, try the whole thing. And yeah, let us know how it goes, but time to close out.
Yeah, I'll say one more thing. Triathletes they have such great discipline. You know, they do their bike and their they're super thoughtful and they're scientific in the run too, but it just in the swim it just lacks. Like you need to be disciplined to do a bunch of little things most of the times you swim over the course of years. So this is just a good reminder, like you can't be less intentional than people that are better than you. You have to be more intentional to try to bridge that gap. So just a reminder for everyone out there.
Yeah, for sure. So we kind of joked about it earlier, but my hot take is the more you use lactate while you swim, the less time you spend swimming, which is the thing that will actually make you faster. That's it. Okay.
Yeah, and warming up with your bands for 20 minutes outside the water.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. If you're listening on YouTube and watching on YouTube and you like the live episodes, leave us a comment. Leave us a comment about anything you want, any questions you have, and we'll try and get to it. But yeah, thanks for listening, you guys. Subscribe if you haven't already, and share this episode with your friends.
All right, cheers. Thanks.